brush, soft brush. Go a little bit, little stars, little sun, ta-da. Right? So there. And yep, maybe a little stronger shadow here. All right. So I hope this is what the fuck. Oh, normal. I always forgot when I have those lineage dodge on. And shadow here, stronger shadow, and maybe some kind of shadow on this side. And add a little bit more red. There. Actually, you should have cast shadow from the tree too, but oops, that's gonna be big. Just a little bit there. Casting down wherever. Right. And you can erase this a little bit so it's kind of like the light is shining in the shadow. Alright, I guess this is pretty much it. I hope this is helpful. I was gonna do some more, but let's see here. Okay, so I'm gonna save this. Good job. Shit. There's a couple more. It's Joris and France and who else? I think there's a couple more here. Where does it go? Oh, here. And then, okay, really, Gary, you're gonna do this to me? So Gary, this is pretty good. So you could add a little bit of light and shadow. I'm just gonna try that. So Gary's been taking my class for like, I don't know, a few, maybe 6 months now, or maybe a bit longer. And now he's trying to torture me by having me painting this over. He doesn't pay to my class anymore, but this is gonna be hard, bro. Fuck. What I could do, I could maybe changing a little bit of lighting and make it a bit more dramatic. That's what I would do, but everything already looks good, so I'm not really sure what I can do here. I'm gonna experiment with this a bit more. So let's just gonna pull something in here so we can show some cut. All right. Okay, so fuck. I feel like those should be lighter on this area in particular, and I think like that from that area onward, this could be darker, right? But that I feel like it has to be a little bit lighter. And I'm not sure if this is overcast or if this is a bright light, because if it's bright light, you could have a little more light onto this stuff. So I'm gonna try to see what I can do here. But looking at the shadow, it looks like high noon. And I'm not sure if you want this to be in high noon. Try to think about what kind of stuff you want to feel. So if it's high noon, then that has to be lighter, right? A little bit lighter on that area. But I'm not. If I have like the creepy dude or creepy chick with axe, I would probably put them in maybe at dusk, like in the evening somewhere instead of a high noon. But you never know. Sometimes it might be better that way. So I'm gonna lighten this up a bit. There. Then Just kind of expose the back a little bit. Right. Push that out. Now I'm gonna put a bit of contrast here. Don't want to make it too dark though. Okay. Probably if it's high noon, let's just assume it's high noon, because if I change the lighting for to try to make it too dramatic, everything would have to paint too much. Metal, you could make it a bit more metallic. And if the light comes from tops, then you can do quite a bit more here. That just kind of one, right? And then on here, on the edge of these, if this is flat, then try to make it sort of have like a hard edge. Thanks, Gary. Damn it. Make it way too hard for me to paint over this crap. But well done. You've come a long way. And I would maybe go to let it dodge to about 30% or something. And just add that. Go back to normal. And I need to put that on top. So we just have like a little line of highlight from here to front. Wrong. Zoom in a bit from like there, right, and just come on lighter. Lighter. Why is it not light? There we go. Now we're talking. Right? Just kind of make the metallic sheen a little more. It doesn't have to like be all of them, but just some, because it's, if the light's coming from the top, then you probably want that, and the rest gonna be boop, 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 there. And I'm gonna add some green back. On the top there. And here. Yeah, and the value is going to be pretty tricky because it has to be very precision. Fucking lasso tool, my friend. Help me out with this thing. Right, I'm gonna make another layer there and just try to make the sharp edge so I don't have to, if I paint, it doesn't go over the line anymore. Alright, so I have that on top, problem solved. I can just paint however I want, and it's just not gonna go over the line. So just that. And then this, I'm going to make it a little more consistent on the value, so it has to be even. So you can see the edge of the top and the edge of the side. And this side will have to also be consistent with whatever value that is there. And straight. Right. This side has to be slightly darker, so you see clearly the two different value of two different edges. Right, so that's one part. Could be a little bit lighter on just the edge. I'm just gonna dot this a little bit there, a little bit here, and you're gonna have to like be consistent on the all around it and add a little more. See what I mean? It's a little bit of sheen, not too much. Everything has to be really subtle, not too right in your face. Just a tiny little bit. That's why I said you make it very hard for me to fix this one. There, a little bit here, maybe a bit there, and there. Maybe if this is a circular shape, you should have a little bit of, and then on that side, just a tiny bit of metal sheen, and you should have about the same thickness. I mean, not the same, but a little slightly smaller, right? Or thinner. But you choose to have the thickness, not just flat, because it still have slightly perspective. You should be able to see them a little bit on that side still. Make sense? Come on. Yeah, if I go too dark, it might fit into that darker part of that forest. So what I can do, I might be able to lighten this up so this would, well, we could make it a lost edge. I think that should be okay. I'm just gonna leave it for it, but you can either make it slightly lighter so that will show up a bit better. So let's just try that if I could. So pick those light from there, 30%, push this out. Whoa, what the fuck? Oh, I have the overlay, I thought I have normal. Right, so push that out. Just slightly little bit, shift the value, not, doesn't have to be much. Right, so now, just kind of, you have a better idea of the edge. But it doesn't really, maybe too much. I just want to lift it a bit. See what I mean? But then I have to use eraser because I think it's kind of see through that part that I didn't intend to paint here. 100% and erase some of these. Still in there, so there. Yeah, so I kind of bring that toward us a little bit more. But I mean, it's already look good. You don't have to fix too much. And I'm running out of time. So yeah, I'm just gonna get to the key point. Maybe a little bit, maybe just tiny little bit. If it's like on the kind of like a slope area, then you could lighten the edge up. And here you could lighten this round part up a bit also. Tiny little bit. Right? Because they metal. Erase this occlusion here. Yeah, just tiny little bit of stuff, and also on that one doesn't have to be that much, just a little thing. Make sure your shadow look right, and then the further away it's fine. And then here, that area problematic. If it's inside the machine, then you don't want all the screen to be too green. Just cover it with shadow, and that should be okay. Make it look like it's inside, right? You don't want, because like the green's too light, make it look like it's outside. So, and then push this yellow up on top a bit. Cover that up. Yep. And then the bottom edge, you probably wanna, the edge of it can get the light, so you can. I'm just gonna selection here tool. Maybe pick that, but just a bit lighter. And just paint on that edge. It's too much. Is it there? Yeah, it is. We can just leave it alone, I guess. I'm just going to do a super light. Just a tiny little bit. There. You almost didn't see it, but just tiny little bit of hint. I think I put too much, but you know what I mean, like adding a little bit of edge should kind of make that pop a bit. Alright, then comes here the hair and the edge of the axe and the shoulder. You could line that up a bit. If it's sunlight shining on the red hair or pink hair, then that could have a bit of light. Do highlight a bit here. Boom. Right, and then on the shoulder a bit. Come on, dude. Oops, too much there. Erase. But on the black part could be a bit darker, and then, but on here, if it's coming from top, you shouldn't have any dark line. You should just light and bam over. See what I mean? And there will be your shoulder here, and then on the ear. Because the light comes from over here, since it has shadow there, so you just follow the light. This should be, no, that should not be that light. And the axe, this part should be, it could be darker slightly. And on the top of it, or on the top edge, you could have like super duper uber light on the top edge. God, this is hard to get like super accurate, just top spot. Let me start. Boom. All right. I think that's on the wood. That's light. That's good, but you probably don't want too much highlight. Probably simplify it a bit. Oh shit. Wrong. But overall, it looks good. You know, there's not much to fix really. Just a little bit of things, and maybe it's shadow that cast from the head. That's pretty much it. That should still get the light here because the axe doesn't come in here until the shoulder, right? So we could have a bit of occlusion shadow right here. That go to the other side. Think about the shadow a little bit more. Remember how to calculate the shadow class that you take. So think about that a bit. And this side should be a bit of shadow overall. Can't stop painting. It's been like over an hour already. I should go. So it's gonna be a little bit of shadow here, and just like you have it on this, right? So that's gonna be occlusion, so it's gonna be a bit darker. So I gotta go, Gary. But good job on this one. Just tiny little stuff. It's not a big things at all that you need to change. So it just this is only good. Well done. You come a long way. So on the back you should have like a little bit of shadow here. Because the back kind of curve in usually. And there. probably want a little bit darker, lighter or darker to kind of see the form a bit more. There's probably some casual here.
Did you post this picture somewhere else?
This is not mine. I paint over, remember?
Yeah. I know I've seen it earlier somewhere.
Yeah, Gary posted it. So, and I'm fixing it. Yeah. So, shadow come from there, and then a little bit of he was on the session this morning on YouTube, remember? And that's probably there. And then
In the YouTube thing earlier.
yeah, that's probably where you see it, or you probably see it on Patreon or something, or
Posted in
or ArtStation. Yeah, he was in Discord. He was there earlier. And then you want to fix, and then a little bit here you can add a little bit of light, not too much, because the light can hit the elbow here, and that shouldn't have any line because the light coming from there, so just get rid of the line, man. But it already looks good. Just trying to make me do hard work. I don't like it's make me hard. It's hard to paint something that's already good. Alright, just a little bit of light and shadow, and that's pretty much it. And then you could have a little bit of lighter jeans part on this side. It's really subtle for a lot of things, so it's not like a big things that need to change. Darker here, let it be a little bit lighter. Okay, gotta go. Because I say it so many times that I have to go. So there, just fixing a little bit of contrast, right? And yeah, like most of it, it's just very subtle, a lot of light change, right? So you see the shadow coming from this side. It's nothing big that you need to change, just slight change of something. And on the grass blade, you could play with the damn and keep painting this up a little more. Some light here, okay. But that's not like you play the light would hit the grass blade or something, right? On a certain part, especially right around this girl. So, but the rest of the part you don't really need to do that much. But over there, okay, I think that's it. Yeah, and don't forget the light around it. So I just paint a little bit of this section and that section and that section. That's about it. But you have to need to add a little bit if you could. The top part of these and slightly over that part, but pretty much everything looks good. So well done, kid. All right, yeah, it looks pretty good. So keep sending me more stuff on Patreon. So, and I will talk to you guys later. I hope you enjoy the session, and I'll see you soon, King. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow. Probably.
See you, man.
Yeah, tomorrow I'll be like at 3 o'clock here. All right, bye guys.
Distracted with you.
If you're not distracted playing video games. Alright guys, thank you for stopping by. Okay.